Hello, I'm Becky, I'm a sister on J42 and I am process owner for this RPIW. This is our project form which identifies the current situation and the variation in the number of different processes. Also identifies people who are on our RPIW team and the checkpoints that we were looking at, which was the clinical review. This is our target process report. So we looked at staff walking distance also. We've managed to get to 90 days with the nurse reduction in steps to 39 from 99, and for the changing of the irrigation bag and the support worker and nurse admitting the patient. The lead time, we were set a really challenging target by our sponsor, who was Ollie Cates, one of the consultants, that he wanted 30 RPIW patients to be discharged within 6 hours. Previous lead time for Jeffrey Giles, because some patients go through Jeffrey Giles, some patients go through David Beavers. The Jeffrey Giles was 39 hours and David Beavers was 19 hours, and we managed to get that down to 6 hours now. The standard working process wasn't just all the way across. Quality defects, which looked at the bladder scanner in location, so 43 Eileen, who's assistant on years, actually off today, but she's been the process owner with myself as well. And their bladder scanner was missing all, like 75% of the time when staff were going to do it, and the patients to be discharged without a catheter, we've got to do a bladder scan. Now there is 0% defects, and the bladder scanner is always there, and they've got standard work in place for that. And the environment, we looked at 5 as the bladder scanner location, and that's 100% completed. And newspaper, which also looked at a number of different things. We looked at variation, staff knowledge and experience. On our RPIW week, we went down to 42, 43 and David Beavers, and we found that some of our clinical support workers, students and nurses didn't understand the TURP process, the different types of TURPs, or how to look after the TURP patients. So we devised some standard work for a TURP teaching session, which is being delivered at one of the urology teaching, which we have on a monthly basis with the consultants. And it's also being delivered to 42 and 43 staff, which is where the majority of TURP patients go. Variation in post-op instructions. We found that there was a number of different variations in what the different consultants were putting for the standard post-op instructions when you were receiving the patients from theatre post-TURP. And that was a decision to talk, length of time to irrigate, mobilisation, all sorts of different things. And now Steve Prescott, who's a consultant who was on our RPIW week, has devised a standard post-op template which we've been able to spread out to Ollie, so that Ollie can use the same, and then we're just going to gradually scale that up and spread it.
What patients we now identified a dedicated place for them to come. So prior to them being discharged, we're told we'll come to David Beavers and given a time, also work out to get there. We also make sure we have notes prior to the arrival, so when we can identify the patient, we make sure it's a successful swap. And we also have a system in progress if the swap is unsuccessful, and we've got to contact. Dedicated pathway booklet is in use in David Beavers as well as Jeffrey Giles now. And from David Beavers' point of view, I have educated staff how to use it, and every audit meeting I discuss it with the staff as well, because this is highlighting the flips about free to use that's been discussed.
Not all the patients that are on the TURP waiting list are actually suitable to be discharged within 6 hours because they've got multiple comorbidities or they've got social problems. So we've got to pick specific patients that are on that list. But what we decided is that RPIW approved that all TURP patients would get this booklet, so the staff would be able to get used to it. But the booklet's done, it's approved, but as a CSU we haven't decided that it's going to be able to be rolled out. So we're just waiting to get that done.
Bladder scanner availability has been highlighted by using the 5S system. As Becky said, it's now 100% successful, and it's located in room number 43. And the RPIW team are keeping momentum. We have been having regular meetings.
Myself, Eileen, Helen and Steve and Ollie all meet at 12 o'clock on a Monday on J42, so we can look at the next week's list and decide which patients we think are going to be suitable to go onto the list, to go onto the rapid TURP discharge process.
As you see, we are now at level 4 and 5S scale regarding the bladder scanner. Original Law 43, the bladder scanner was missing regularly. We highlighted the room where it was stored. It is now secured by sorting. Everything was all mixed up now. Everything regarding urology is now in this room. So that saves staff walking further. The identification of the location of the scanner was not always up. Now it's a dedicated book where location is written, and also we have to get the key to get the scanner because the scanner is now secured to the wall.
The last 30 days we've been able to establish weekly meetings, which is difficult because everyone's working on a different schedule. We've been able to identify all the standard work that's needed to complete the newspaper, which is also difficult to fit into everybody's schedule. 5 patients have been cared for, well actually 6, because Nigel's just put one through today as well. Well, yesterday, didn't you? But
It's going to be on that too.
Yeah, it's going to be on. But that's fine. 2 patients were discharged within 6 hours post-surgery. J43 have managed to maintain the 5S system, the bladder scanner, and also that process is going to be spread out to J42 because we've got a bladder scanner now and we're going to use the same standard work, which will reduce time for my staff looking going next door to get 43's bladder scanner. Challenges is the commitment to the RPIW process and engagement. Variation in home team engagement. J43 had a lot to do with the bladder scanner. Their staff all had to be engaged to make sure that the 5S system worked and continued to work. My staff weren't involved in that process, so it was hard for my staff to sort of get the engagement going. But we've been able to, now we're getting the TUR patients through with the booklet, they can all sort of make comments on what they wanted to change in the booklet and what they found easy with the booklet. There has been a limited number of TURP patients that have been on the waiting list in the last couple of weeks. I think last time, Ollie, myself and Steve met, there was only about 20 patients on the waiting list and probably only a third of them were suitable to be discharged within 6 hours. Ensuring the standard work is completed and ensuring that my team and Arlene's team and Nigel's team all have the same standard work and it's spread across and they're aware of that. Key learning. Use an existing process to incorporate changes into the system so that we can sort of look at what we're doing already and see if we can incorporate that to other things. Standard work has been really good, like I say, we've been able to spread it from 43 to 42. And principles of post-op instructions, I think when the urologists all sat down and looked at the post-op instructions, they said that this could be used on other procedures like TURBTs, to make sure that nurses, when they're warding patients, know exactly what these patients need to do. They're also looking at the robotic cystectomies, which there is a massive thing in urology at the moment, and getting some standard working for those, so that's going to be really good because I think they reduce their theatre time of hospital stay from like 12 days to 7 days, so it's all sort of spread out across urology. Going forward, we are very, very happy that we are closing out our 90-day report out today. All the TURP booklets are going to go into all patients, but we still do the same documentation that we need to do, as well as the booklet, until we've passed it off by, obviously, the CSU. We're still going to continue the skills matrix to make sure that all new starters get the TURP teaching and all new starters get the standard work teaching and they understand about bladder scan procedures and how to get the bladder scanner. Spread to the rest of urology, and the CSU is going to look at principles to incorporate in other procedures.